Fear is a natural response, hardwired into us for survival. But what if you could face terror? Not with panic or paralysis, but with calm and control. This is where Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, comes into play. Stoicism teaches us to focus only on what we can control and remain indifferent to the things we cannot. But how does this apply when we're faced with sheer terror, whether it's a real-life threat or the gut-wrenching fear that horror films bring? To understand the Stoic approach to fear, let's first look at the nature of terror itself. Terror thrives on uncertainty, the unknown, and the loss of control. Whether it's a dark forest where something might be lurking, or the creeping fear of a personal crisis, fear strips us of our peace. The Stoics, however, viewed fear differently, believed that fear is worse than the thing feared itself. He taught that we often suffer more in imagination than in reality. So, while a frightening event may last a moment, our mental torment begins long before and lingers far after. Now, imagine you're in a horror scenario, something straight out of a terrifying movie. The shadows lengthen, strange noises fill the room, and you're paralyzed by fear. A Stoic would take a different approach. Instead of giving in to that terror, they would step back and ask themselves, is this within my control? A Stoic's strength lies in realizing that while the events around them may be terrifying, their response is entirely within their control. One of the Stoics' most powerful tools for facing fear is premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This practice involves mentally preparing yourself for the worst possible outcomes, which dulls the sting of fear when those moments arise. Instead of fearing the unknown, the Stoic imagines it, accepts it, and then prepares to face it head-on. In this way, even the scariest moments in life or on screen become manageable. Stoicism also teaches us about the impermanence of life and how closely linked fear is to death. Many horrors we face, either on a personal level or through stories, tap into our primal fear of death. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to embrace mortality, recognizing that it's a natural part of life,